Hello, listeners. Welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. Hi, I'm RJ. I am playing Decimal. Uh, I'm joined by the wonderful. That's your cue, Staria.
Oh shit. Hi, I'm Staria. I will be playing Mark Script, local bar baby. Uh, I'm I'm doing more FPSs, baby.
Yep. We both are so very prepared for this.
Oh,
Planned
definitely.
everything. Hell, yes, we did. So, uh, yeah. So,
I think we can just start off in the apartment. Uh, just March is there. Decimal's also there.
they are both indeed in the apartment. I'd imagine he was gone off to go food shopping.
Yep.
Maybe mid to late afternoon by this point. I think. I don't know. Something like that.
Details,
So,
details.
I need to roll d2s, d10s. I forgot about that. Where's my d10s gone?
In the meantime, I'm gonna open up March's character sheet.
I also need to do that. Yeah. We're so prepared for this,
We're so
everyone.
prepared for this.
We're so prepared for this. Well, there's a d10 I'll do. I need to roll. Please. I've moved back down south, and nothing is anything everywhere. Nowhere is anything good. Shit. Double shit. That's my dice on the floor. That's a 9. That's an 8. Great. Okay.
Oh boy.
Dice said Decimal is suffering today.
Oh
Great.
boy.
Welp. Great. So while I bring up his table to remember what the fuck that is, how's March been living? How's March been doing? Shit's been
Well,
kind of wild, dude.
yeah. The plot, surprisingly enough, has been giving March a break. For the past few months, while all of you have been going off with nickels and shit. After heads or tails, March has had a break. Um.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think the same can be said about the rest of you all.
I mean, yeah. After heads or tails, shit kind of calmed down for Decimal as well.
Yeah, the both of them.
he's been going to physical therapy. You hope he's been going to actual therapy. He says he has.
That's good. March is gonna believe him on that one.
Cool. So, I think it's kind of I think it's kind of there's just quiet. I'd imagine March is either like at the table or on the couch or something. They're just kind of existing in the same space. And then Decimal, who, had his eyes fixed semi-recently after the last misadventure that hasn't actually happened yet in Meat World Space, because this takes place after a game that we haven't run yet. He looks over at you, March, and just goes, "It's occurring to me now that I don't actually know a whole lot about you."
And March just sort of, I'm assuming he probably has been like reading some sort of book that Hugh has recommended to him. So just like, uh, and it just like at like decimal statement, he's just like, he doesn't really know what to say to that. Just like, so
This is usually the part where you tell me things about yourself.
oh, right. Well, I guess, what do you want to know?
shit. Where did Of the Blooming Flowers come from?
Well, so there is a okay, out of character, blooming flower. I barely used blooming flowers, so Decimal probably hasn't heard of that. Like I've used it once in the entirety of the entire time March has existed.
Fair enough. Alright.
Yeah, I kind of low-key retconned it.
Understandable. Have a nice day. In that case, then, I think he would ask, um... probably just ask about your job. Like, he knows you're an actor, he's seen you on posters and shit, but he's heard some wild fucking things about Dodo Studios.
Yeah, March is just like, oh, Toto Studios. Well, I work there as an actor. I think you know that already. Um, I auditioned way back like 2 years ago, and it was sort of the first kind of. Hmm. It was like 2 weeks after I joined the audition, like 2 weeks, couple weeks before after I first came to Inkwell.
So you came to Einquell
Well, not
and
fuck. Staria's brain is scrambled. Toontown.
okay. So where were you before you were in Toontown then?
Well, you could roll insight on that,
Yeah, he
because
fucking
that's a
will.
loaded question and a half.
Yeah, he fucking will. Does he have the thing yet? I'm trying to remember. I don't think he has reliable talent yet. No, he doesn't. He gets that 2 levels time. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with big dice. So that is a 20. It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
hang on. Nope. Incorrect. Dirty 22. I forgot his modifier changed.
nice. Okay, Decimal. You see, March. Just kind of look to the side. It's like, that's a loaded question. uh, well, outside of Toontown is a manor, which is where I lived for the entire life, and only 2 years ago I decided to go out.
Decimal is squinting at you.
March is sweating. You can
So you
tell
live.
he's not lying, but you can also tell he doesn't really know how to say this.
So you lived in a mansion for however fucking many years you are, -2. And then you just decided one day to leave.
Yes.
What is it you want to say?
And he's just sort of like he's just like, I don't know how to say this. Uh, I don't. Don't know how to say this in a way that will be either really concerning or make sense.
No, please. You've seen my history at this point. I doubt there's much you can say that would make me concerned.
Alright. So, starting things off, this matter is now abandoned, and there is no living person in there. Um, no. And I've kind of been, I guess, sitting there for the past 10 years.
Hmm. That's pretty fucked.
Yeah, I guess it is. Um, and March is just like, he sure is saying things.
I think Decibel just sees this and then goes, "So how did you get the audition then?" You rocked up to Toontown, just waltzed into the studio and said, "Hi, I'd like to audition."
Well, the engineer actually po posted, well, what like posters about like auditions and all that. After so I decided to go to town, try new things, and I stumbled upon one, and I decided to try out. I didn't actually think I'll get the audition and get to be an actor, but it was kind of the only thing I thought to do, and I did it.
I suppose that's understandable. So then how did you meet Hugh?
Oh, well, at that time I was working both at the studio and at a little restaurant nearby. And that was as I was heading out from from a shift, I stumbled upon into him, and he was kind of sick. Um, but he wanted to deliver a letter to back home, so I helped him find a post office.
I feel like I should be surprised that a friendship blossomed from that, but I have learned since coming to Ironquell that that's actually fairly normal.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of friendships in here have wild starts, to
Hmm.
say the least.
So it would seem.
Also, out of character, this is me poking you to to ask about March's magic. Ooh, you wanna ask about March's magic?
I do. Decimal is kind of just like still quietly eyeing you. Trying to think of the words that he would use for this. The sanctimonious jackass that he is. On the surface, you and the engineer have rather similar abilities.
Hmm?
You both hit hard and get angry.
Well, I guess. I
But you're
did
also
ask him.
similar.
I did ask him
Mhm.
to teach me to fight a bit.
He clearly did a very good job. You're also similar in that you have access to more magic than the average toon. But it's not the same kind of magic, is it?
No. I asked you. It's warlock magic. What I have.
So you made a pact? Or did you have a fact forced upon you?
No, it's definitely I made a pact. It's. I don't think my patron is the most traditional patron. Not in the sense of a god gives someone a boon. Um. So okay, I'm gonna have to be some background to this. So in Ghibli, the Ghibli Empire, and okay, no, this is Staria trying to rack her brain where the fuck the garden is. In near Chihiro is a magic garden. Um, in that magic garden is a big tree called the Blooming Heart, and from one of its branches, um, I guess I was made. I don't entirely sure how that whole thing worked, but uh let me just and he sort of like stands up and goes to grab one of his sketchbooks and let me just 'cause I'm pretty sure yep. And he shows this. It's this giant tree. It's a
Hmm.
sketch of this tree, and you can see that one of the branches is indeed been snapped off. So you can assume that um, March has drawn this tree while he went to the garden. Um, and I've made this pact after after we found the garden again, and well, I don't entirely sure how it worked, but the tree gave me more magic, I think.
Hmm. I'd say that's odd, but if I had a gold for every person that I know of that was descended from or related to some kind of powerful magical force and gained power from said powerful magical force. I've lost count of how many gold that was.
Well, well, I guess so. There are a lot of strange things in this world.
What an inane statement. I cannot argue the truth of it, though.
I'm not wrong.
Isn't that what I just said? Points at you. Faye plant shit. Points at the door. Celestial. Points at himself. I don't even fucking know at this point. All we need is someone with demon influence. No, I don't think it counts. All we need is someone with demon influence. We'll have the whole fucking set.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it sure is, sure is a group we have here.
Ironclaw life is so fucking weird.
Yeah, yeah.
But, better than Furuma life.
Uh, March, like, leans back a bit and he's just like, it's better than, oh, well, basically, better than the last 10 years.
You know what, I'll drink to that. He takes a breath like he's going to say something and then decides not to.
No, actually, I'm gonna roll a d2 to see if March goes on about his statement about the last 10 years. One is yes, two no.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it.
let's roll again. Cut.
You know you could just say that he
Yeah, fuck the
continues, right?
dice. Okay. March looks distracted. But he keeps talking, and he just says, "Last 10 years were, well, nothing really. In the most literal sense, I guess. I can barely remember them. Like, like a big void. I I guess it's why I don't really like silence nowadays."
Understandable. Silence can be useful when wielded with the right hand, but can also be fairly detrimental. The boat was silent, but acceptable.
Mhm.
Anyway, it's a good thing Hugh's such a chatterbox.
Yeah. He's great.
Don't tell him I said this. But yes.
Your secret is safe with me.
Hmm. He made a comment to me, before the trial and everything like that. He asked if we were brothers.
And March's eyes kind of light up. Oh.
Gave his reasons as to why.
And what was your answer?
Well, he made a very good argument.
Well, I'm glad for you too.
Well, and by this point he has tipped his head back so as to stare at the ceiling. Well, if you and he are brothers, and he and I are brothers, and all three of us living under this roof. Deliberately trails off.
You can hear the fucking loading screen on March. You can see the loading screen. March is equally as stupid about this.
He glances down and then just groans and buries his face in his hands and says, "If I have to be as blunt as I was with Craigery, I'm going to stab something."
Well, you wanna? Uh, the brothers thing.
I wouldn't bring it up otherwise.
Oh. March is a little stupid. That's a treat.
You have probably noticed by now there is a limit on how obvious I can be.
Right. Sorry.
It's not your fault. My tendency for obfuscation is working against me.
Well, it, yeah. All three of us. That's that sounds nice. And March like smiles at that.
Roll perception.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, hell yeah! Okay, you do spot this. There is a tiny quirk to the corner of Decimal's mouth. He is pleased.
Yes. Siblings. Oh, beloveds.
God, I care them both so much.
I care them all.
They're all so stupid, Your Honor.
They're so stupid. I love them. I think Mart stands up just like, well, I think maybe just call for hmm. Is there any specific kinds of cookies you want?
Um,
Gregory came carried me around here a few days ago, and we made a whole bunch of cookies.
Well, what do you still have? And who made them?
Um, I did mostly. There are a few that have been burnt to crisp, but I've already dealt with those. The engineer liked them very much. Um, uh, you would. I I think it's better if I just show you. And March opens the cabinet, and Decimal, there is a factory amount of there is enough cookies to, but you'd think they were made in a factory. How many fucking cookies did those two make?
I
And there's like a lot of different kinds. They're all like chip cookies, but there's like different chips.
How fucking long were you two baking? Good god.
Um, so I think Gregory bought the whole store. There were so and I think March will just take like a couple from each kind and just like put on a plate and just like bring it over.
Fair enough. Decimo is gonna ask what each kind is before he has one.
Well, let me just bring out the list.
Oh my god. Of course you have a list.
Yeah, me and Kraken sure do have a list. Don't worry about number 6.
I mean, beetroot cookies, that's the thing that I've made before, so. He'd probably honestly go more for the chili chocolate ones, because chili chocolate is his favorite.
Yep, that was on purpose. There is also the Chaos Combo, which has everything.
Yeah, he's not having those. He very deliberately nudges them to one side. He's not having those.
Yeah, we're just gonna take a strawberry one. The Chaos Combo was very much encouraged by Gregory. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that doesn't surprise him at all, in the slightest.
the cookies are very good. As well, a lot as most of the stuff March bakes.
Goodness gracious. I think Decimal nibbles his way through a cookie. Um, I will admit, I'm fairly surprised that Gregory can bake something that doesn't come to life.
You know, he said the same thing.
Ha!
Uh,
I imagine it's your influence.
yeah, he definitely had supervision. After he tried to bake the cookies at 800 degrees.
Oh, no. No.
He said they would. bake faster. I didn't catch it in time, so a few trays got burnt.
That's not how that works.
No,
At all.
definitely not. But hey, someone enjoyed it.
Well, from the stories you've mentioned, it sounds like he'd eat anything, so...
Well, actually, no, I cannot argue with that. He did eat glass once.
I'm not even going to ask.
Uh, and then March actually bursts laughing. Short Kid and Snailian did do a lot of experiments on trying to see what the engineer would eat and what he wouldn't. The answer is a lot.
I've heard of an extreme omnivore, but that's just ridiculous.
I think at this point it's purely rule of funny.
Right, that would make sense.
And also, I saw him eat a light bulb.
Decibel just kind of quietly shakes his head. He's not even gonna. He's not even gonna.
March casually talking about his boss eating weird shit.
I question what goes on at that studio. A lot.
Lots of explosions.
I've heard those, yes. There's been a few times where I posted up in the square outside to do fortunes and whatnot, and every few minutes there's an explosion.
Yeah, that really is how it be sometimes. But it genuinely is a great place. Even with all of the chaos and, you know, and assassination attempts. Those also happen sometimes.
He doesn't even look phased at that. And then you remember, oh right, this dude makes a living off of raiding people and has probably heard rumors.
Yep. Like, it's also like kind of funny about like how casually March this sunshine boy is talking about assassination attempts. And trying to think.
There's there's a long moment where Decimal keeps quiet, and then he puts down the cookie he was fiddling with, and looks at March and goes, I haven't told many people this. I think my fate powers are growing.
Oh, is that good or bad?
Well, that's the kicker. It simply is. Chaos.
What was the last word?
He said it simply is.
Okay.
Chaos, as it was explained to me, chaos is one of the neutral fates. Death is the most neutral of fates. Neither of the other two could tell me what the third one was. But it's chaos. Chaos can be good or it can be bad. It brings change.
Well, things sure are changing. That's to be sure.
He makes a quick face, like, yes, you're not wrong, but that's not what he means. And you can tell he's kind of talking around what he actually wants to say. And again, it goes back to that whole obfuscation thing. he has to shroud things in 6 layers of metaphor before he can say things.
March will wait patiently.
He appreciates it. He will never say it, but he appreciates it. I have a sense for when something's about. Sometimes it can be. It can be as simple as someone's about to initiate a gag or something. Something chaotic. Or can be bigger. It's like a storm on the horizon. Not there yet, but you know it's coming.
I see.
I'm just kind of stood here waiting for the rain.
Well, I guess it's good to be ready.
Well, there's not exactly a whole lot of ready I can be. I can tell that something is coming, I don't know when it will come, I don't know what it is. All I know is that it's big. What the hell? I don't even know who it affects.
Well, whatever it is, when it happens, if it affects us, we'll deal with it.
You make it sound so simple.
Well, it's all we can do.
I suppose it is.
Sometimes there's no need to make it not simple.
That is remarkably sound advice.
Thanks.
When it comes, if it does affect us, you know that I. And he is like hesitating between every word.
March has gotta be patient. Gotta let him. Gotta let him carry it out.
Yeah. You know that you... Stars, damn it. None of us will face the storm alone.
Of course.
Yes? Okay. Good. One hand kind of rubs at his melted thigh, trying to ease the ache there.
Beloved. I care they! I care them!
I care they so much.
Beloved. They're trying. They're trying. They're trying so hard. God.
It's at this point that Decimal glances out the window and then at the door. Hugh's late.
Yeah. He's never this late. And I think March just sort of um gets up from the couch, goes to the goes and opens the window, looking out.
Decimal grabs his cane, stands up. Where's your fucking modifiers again, asshole? Oh my god! Hey, roll insight.
Okay. Oof.
Oh, well. Never
Yeah, there's no
mind.
saving. I mean, I can roll with advantage.
Yeah, roll with advantage. You know today is a bad pain day for him. Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, he stands up and winces. His leg is definitely paining him, and his hands are definitely paining him.
Yeah, March kind of turns it. It's like, do you need help? I can see you're in pain. Don't tell me you're not in pain.
Yikes. Shit. Can you, gestures for you to stand, on his right side so he can, lean on you.
Yeah, and
Basically.
March does that.
Takes your elbow to steady himself. I think we should go look for him.
Yeah. Come on.
We might have just gotten caught up.
If we don't find him, I can go maybe ask Lynn. She's she's a detective. She knows how to search for people. Maybe it's just some plot he got himself involved in, and not anything bad. I'm gonna roll something real quick.
That's
Fuck
a
you. No.
nerdy. That's a natural 20 there.
Okay,
That's a 3.
that's better. You can tell, cause he's not even gonna try, and it's not hiding it. For a brief moment, the outline of March's hands flickers, but it's not in the way. It's not in the. It's not in the way. But you seen it flicker in. When he goes on a rage. It's most definitely in a way he shouldn't go. It shouldn't be a way that shouldn't be happening. So yeah, that's fun. Oof.
Anyway,
Ice cream van.
yeah, sudden ice cream van goes by the window, really fucking loud. Um, yeah, he definitely spots that. Is everything all right?
Oh, this it's been happening ever since I got back from the eyes round, so I don't know what's happening. I should probably go see a doctor about this. Anyway, not the
Yes.
time.
Let's find Hugh first. Or if we can't find him, let's go to Lynn.
Mhm.
And while we're talking to Lynn, we'll get her to call Asclepius. He helped me with the darkness corruption thing
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
But that can wait for the moment.
Yep. Yep.
I wonder. Well, tip that. We don't need it. Anyway,
Let's
I think with
look.
that,
Yeah, I think just March is just gonna suggest let's look at the library. Let's look in the library first because that's where
yeah.
he knows he will eventually gravitate towards.
Mm-hmm. Usually, if Hugh isn't back when he says he's gonna be back, he fucking went to the library and got absorbed.
Yeah,
Fucking nerd.
little nerd.
So, well, they're not gonna find him.
Nope, they're not gonna find him.
They're not gonna find him. So I think they kind of just exchange a look and then head toward the teleportation station to go to Halloween Town.
Yeah, and and I think that's a good place to end things here, huh?
Yeah, boy.
And also with that, we're just gonna have enough drop points to level up to level 9, baby!
Hell yeah, join us in the level 9 club.
Yes! He
Goodness
who...
gracious.
Yeah, this was a great time. I love those awkward brothers. They are now brothers! Woo!
They are now actually brothers. The brother
They're...
trifecta has been achieved.
Yes! The trio! So yeah, I think we can end off the recording here. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, Morsky, for being in the audience. Thank you, future listeners, and thank you, RJ, for doing this with me.
No problem, dude.
Anyways, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Bye.
Bye.